live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio.
This is Student News at 7.
Hello and welcome to Student News at 7. I'm Kiki Gushue.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Gabrielle Cassini.
Tensions ran high at the South Carolina State House Thursday as lawmakers questioned the state treasurer. The hearing, part of a year-long investigation, examined how a $1.8 billion accounting error went unnoticed for nearly a decade. An independent audit confirmed the money never existed and was an accounting mistake. Yet state officials failed to inform lawmakers until late 2022, leaving lawmakers searching for these non-existent funds. During the hearing, the treasurer deflected blame toward the Comptroller General's office for the error. Senator Grooms of Berkeley County called on the treasurer to resign. He refuses to step down.
In local news, alarming results have been revealed regarding sewage being released in Columbia's rivers. The South Carolina Department of Environmental Services gathered research from the 2024 sewage spill report and reveals how much wastewater we are really talking about. Based on the report, over 1.1 million gallons of sewage was released into the Lower Salua, Lower Broad, and Congaree River last year. Congaree River billkeeper Bill Stangler states reasoning for this overflow is due to excess water from Hurricane Debby and Helene. This causes bacteria levels to be extra high, which means these floodwaters can infiltrate manholes and wastewater lines. Those exposed to these levels of bacteria may suffer from infections, rashes, and gastrointestinal issues. Columbia Assistant City Manager expresses that maintenance is key. Local agencies will continue to test water levels, and officials state this currently poses no threat to Columbia's drinking water. Major wildfires swept through the lower country over the weekend. Here now in the newsroom is SGTV Delaney's Flanagan. Delaney?
Yeah, Gabrielle, the fires broke out in the Carolina forest in Horry County just outside of Myrtle Beach over the weekend.
You can see here how flames engulfed the forest, covering the area in smoke. Several neighborhoods had to evacuate, and Governor McMaster declared a state of emergency yesterday. There's also a statewide ban on lighting any fires in the state. The Lowcountry isn't the only area seeing these wildfires. There were also fires in Pickens County, but the Forestry Commission says these are 100% contained.
SGTV will continue tracking this story and keep you updated. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Delaney. Well, the weather has been all over the place lately, but here we have Pflugi here in the studio to tell us what is going on.
What can we expect for the rest of tonight, Pflugi?
Well, for the rest of the night, it should be pretty predictable. Weather's gonna dip down into maybe the low 40s tonight, then carry that into the 40s, 50s tomorrow. More of that kind of sweater on and khakis type of weather. But later in the week, it is gonna be a little more hectic in terms of precipitation. We got some rain coming in on Wednesday and some rain this weekend. I'll be back to tell you more about it later in the broadcast.
Thank you, Pflugi.
The results for the next student body president and vice president have been postponed after one campaign brought up allegations of election fraud.
SGTV Delaney's Flanagan reported on Wednesday how the Constitutional Council ruled these accusations.
Election fraud and violations. These were the allegations made against USC student body president candidates Courtney Tax and David Henno during last night's student government hearing. On charges of election fraud, Henno's representation claimed the Tax campaign spread a knowingly false rumor about Henno online, influencing the perception of voters. This post was made on February 17th by Morgan Poirier, a former member of Tax campaign, and claimed that someone who wanted to be student body president, quote, did the same thing that almost killed her to another girl, end quote. Right now, this rumor has not been proven true or false, and no legal action has been publicly taken outside of this hearing. Tax representation claimed the post could have been about anyone.
I must not forget there were multiple candidates running in this election, but this post did not lay out did not single out any specific person.
It is unclear whether the rumor existed against Henno before the post was made, since Henno both confirmed and denied knowing about the rumor before February 17th.
Mr. Witness, Mr. Nant, did you not say earlier that you had heard of it before the tip-top?
Tax lawyers claim Poirier was removed from the campaign team quickly after Tax found out about the post. The judges ruled this as election fraud, saying the rumor interfered with voting, but there was not sufficient evidence to prove the Tax campaign knowingly spread false information. The Tax Richardson campaign is currently suspended from social media campaigning until 10 a.m. tomorrow. The other violations filed against Tax and Heno's campaigns were about campaigning before the designated window. Heno's campaign was accused of messaging multiple sororities about talking at their weekly meetings before it was allowed to do so, and Tax was accused of creating an Instagram account disguised as a cocky fan page to gain followers, later changing the account for her campaign once the campaign period started. The court ruled there was insufficient evidence in both these complaints. We'll keep you updated on the responses from both campaigns about the verdicts and the released opinions of the judges in the days to come. For SGTV, I'm Delaney Flanagan.
Since then, the Constitutional Council has also found the Tigris-Richardson campaign guilty of a campaign violation after Richardson paid to make one of his social media posts show up more on people's feeds.
Let's talk about new technology tonight. A bill to prioritize disabled residents in South Carolina to live more independently was adopted by Senate last week. The Technology State First Bill, a bill for an opportunity for those with mental and physical disabilities to have reduced barriers in their everyday life. What this bill means is that the government is planning on introducing new and improved technology into public settings to assist disabled citizens. Examples of this technology could include AI-powered screen readers for those with hearing and visual impairments, voice activation and navigation devices, and more wheelchair accessibility walkways. This could not only help the quality of life for disabled residents in South Carolina, implementing this bill may even improve student disability services on campus. SGTV will continue to follow the changes of this bill and keep you updated.
She's a legend on and off the court. Now South Carolina's own Dawn Staley is sharing her journey in a brand new book. Her first novel, titled Uncommon Favor, Basketball, North Philly, My Mother, and the Life Lessons I Learned from All Three. The book will be released May 20th under Charlemagne the God's Privileged Publishing. A WNBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, three-time NCAA championship coach with the Gamecocks, Staley has broken records and barriers at every turn. Right now, Uncommon Favor is available for pre-order.
On campus, USC Medical School staff has taken the first steps towards building a new facility for the School of Medicine. On Wednesday, SGTV reporters Sarah Kraft and Kerrigan Woodson found out what this new building will do for students.
3, 2, 1.
The University of South Carolina's School of Medicine is breaking ground on a new beginning. Yesterday, construction for a new medical facility started. It's the first step in USC's plan to create a health science campus in the renovated Bull Street district. This building will be closer to USC's clinical partners and have classrooms, labs, a health sciences library, and a courtyard area for faculty, staff, and students. MD candidate Julia Thoppel says the new location will give future students valuable resources.
It gives students a really great opportunity to be able to build those relationships with clinical faculty and jump on research projects sooner in their medical school career, and I think that will be a huge added bonus for them.
The new medical school is set to be finished in August 2027, and USC's Health Sciences campus is set to be finished by 2034. For SGTV, I'm Sarah Kraft.
The facility is expected to be 300,000 square feet, providing a vast amount of opportunities to research and learn in a hands-on environment.
Birth control and basketball? The first over-the-counter birth control pill, O-Pill, is now available for free at the Student Health Center. O-Pill, created by Perrigo Pharmaceuticals, has been available for nearly a year, revolutionizing accessibility to millions of Americans. Tuesday, the WNBA hosted an on-campus event in partnership with O-Pill. Through the partnership Level the Cord initiative, O-Pill is hosting educational events focusing on reproductive health across the country. Perrigo's head of women's health, Layla Baba, felt the partnership was natural.
The WNBA came to mind because they're iconic and they have changed the game when it comes to sports and culture. and they stand for access, empowerment, and equity, which are central to OPIL's core values.
OPIL is available for students in 1- and 3-month packs at the university's Center for Health and Wellbeing. As reproductive health remains a conversation around the country, specifically in South Carolina, Baba hopes students will take advantage of this donation.
After the break, SGTV's Entertainment has an update on USC's Green Street Records. Stay tuned to hear about the first single they produced.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Katherine Naronis.
And I'm Duncan Maloney. Here's your weekly entertainment news.
Katie DeMartini's music career is kicking into high gear. Her first single, Him I Guess, was just produced with Green Street Records, a student-run record label.
Anna Machado tells us about how this new label is preparing students for the industry.
Katie DeMartini stepped into the spotlight in the last month. She just released her single, Him I Guess, at the end of January, starting a new chapter in her journey as a music artist.
It's just like a fun, delusional little anthem for all the girlies. I don't know. It's very different from what I've done in the past, so it's exciting to see my growth, and I'm excited to perform it live.
This was her first song released under the Green Street record label, a student-run record label here at the University of South Carolina. She's the first signed artist for the label, and she's supported by a team of students and professors alike.
The students did the artwork, they planned the promotions and the marketing for it, and we launched the label with Katie's first single.
That's David Baker, who's one of the professors who advises the record label with the help of other music professors like Jeremy Pauly. They've been working for 2 years to make this label not only a career opportunity for their students, but also an academic one.
We knew right off the bat that it wanted to be based in coursework. So there are courses that tie into this. The people who are officially running the operations of the record label have taken courses, they're enrolled in a course, they're getting credit for it.
The students voted for DeMartini to be the first signed artist, and throughout the semester have been planning venues for her and other students to perform, including when DeMartini opened for Edwin McCain a few weeks ago.
They have to advance the show, which means they call and nail down every single detail of the show, from production to catering to load in, load out, curfew times, things like that.
Pauly says there are big hopes for Green Street Records and getting more students involved. And DeMartini is showing no signs of slowing down. She's getting ready to release a new single soon, and she plans to have an EP out during next semester. For SGTV, I'm Anna Machado.
Thanks, Anna. USC Carolina Productions is hosting a food and film night tomorrow in the Russell House Ballroom. Princess and the Frog will be streamed at 7 p.m. while students are being served traditional Cajun cuisine, including gumbo and jambalaya. All you need to join the festivities is your Carolina card.
DJ Pauly D will be hosting an event at the Senate on March 6th. This event is a nice treat for fans of Jersey Shore and fittingly is right before spring break. The set master, DJ Pauly D, gained his fame through various MTV programs, most notably Jersey Shore. Now the stand-up comedian and DJ will be hosting a set in Columbia alongside DJ Payne this Thursday night. Doors are set to open at 7 p.m. with the show set to start at 8. The event is 18 years and up only.
This upcoming Saturday is International Women's Day. The Nickelodeon Theater is celebrating all weekend long. FemFest, as it's being called, will showcase full-length features, documentaries, experimental works, and shorts. The inaugural event is hoping to empower and uplift female voices in the film industry. Some films being shown include Marie Antoinette, Lady Bird, and Clueless. You can find tickets to the festival at nickelodeon.org. Weekend passes are selling for $75, while Friday, Saturday, and Sunday day passes are $25 or $30.
This Saturday, the city of Columbia hosted their annual Mardi Gras parade. The event originated back in 2011 and is run by Crew de Columbia. The parade ran through the Rosewood area of Columbia, and all proceeds collected during the parade are to be donated to local charities. The 97th Academy Awards took place last night in the City of Stars. Conan O'Brien took on hosting the biggest night at the movies for the first time in his illustrious career. There were several big wins across the night. Adrian Brody taking the win for Best Actor for his performance in The Brutalist, while Best Actress went to Mikey Madison for her role in Honora, which also won Best Picture. Best Supporting Actor went to Kieran Culkin for his role in A Real Pain, while Best Supporting Actress was awarded to Zoe Saldana for her role in Amelia Perez. Among the many highlights for the star-studded night was Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo performing a medley of songs from their film adaptation of Wicked. There were talks of rain in Los Angeles before the Oscars kicked off. It luckily held off, probably saving many stars from ruining some very expensive outfits.
Hopefully we have that same luck in Columbia this week. Pflugi, what is the weather looking like?
Well, yeah, it's looking pretty tame temperature-wise, little all over the place when it comes to the rain you're talking about. And also a little crazy with some of these wildfires going around. I'll tell you how to stay safe this week right after the break. Hello and welcome back to the weather. I'm Pflugi and I'm gonna let you in on everything you need to know weather-wise. Right now, at about 6:30 in the afternoon, solid 57 degrees. That's gonna drop somewhere in the low 40s by tonight, probably rise up back to the mid-50s tomorrow. Should be sunny for the rest of the day today, but expect clouds to kind of move in tomorrow. Again, right here in this kind of wind and humidity area, that's just going to keep on rising as we move into March, as we move into spring, and throughout the rest of the month. But really, I want to take you to the whole state. A lot of kind of, high, low 60s is what we're going to see moving forward. But I really want to pay attention to this kind of top half of the state right here. This is where all those wildfires that Delaney was talking about earlier are taking place. A lot happening over here in Myrtle Beach, a lot happening in the Spartanburg area, even a little bit up there across the border in North Carolina. If you're in that area, just stay safe. If you see any small fires, put them out as soon as possible and have a plan to get to safety should it get out of hand. It is dying down and we should expect some rain later this week. Let's take a look at the week ahead. Tuesday is just going to be mainly cloudy. Again, temperatures should be kind of warm, but not crazy warm because the wind's going to cool it down. Those clouds are going to turn into thunder for Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, you're going to have a lot of storms and stuff happening. Thursday, Friday shouldn't be that crazy, but Saturday, you're going to see some more rain over there into Sunday. Temperatures not too crazy. Again, those 60s, 70s, what we're talking about. A little bit more of the rain that I've been saying. Again, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday are those big days for rain, so wear your jackets this weekend and on Wednesday. And more importantly, this weekend, we're starting with a little bit of spring break destinations, so have fun with that wherever you're going. And yeah, I'll be back after the break to let you in on some more weather.
Thanks, Pflugi. After the break, SGTV Sports has the latest on Gamecock women's basketball. Stay with us to see where they will be for the start of the SEC tournament. Welcome back to Student News at 7. I'm George Bagwell.
And I'm Calvin DeLude. Let's jump into your weekly Gamecock sports rundown.
Dawn Staley's Gamecocks clinched a share of the SEC basketball regular season title with a 78-66 win over Kentucky yesterday afternoon. Tessa Johnson led the team with 16 points off the bench. Chloe Kitts also recorded a double-double, her 9th of the season. The Gamecocks scored more than 40 points in the paint for the 4th straight game. The Gamecocks will be the #1 seed in the SEC tournament after winning a coin flip over Texas.
Staying on the court, South Carolina's men's basketball team notched their 2nd victory in their last 3 games, beating Arkansas 72-53 on Saturday afternoon. The Gamecocks came out hot on both sides of the ball, outscoring the Razorbacks 18-3 in the first 12 minutes of the game. Colin Murray-Boyles had a career-high 35 points on the day, 24 of those points from the second half of the game. The Gamecocks host Georgia tomorrow night in their home finale. Tip-off is scheduled for 6 p.m.
Gamecock football's Nick Emanwari showed out at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis last week. The defensive back ran the 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds, recorded a 43-inch vertical jump, and posted the 2nd highest Combine grade among safeties. The Irmo native has been projected as a first-round pick by ESPN and CBS Sports. Moving to the Diamond, despite entering the week undefeated, South Carolina baseball faltered against their rivals. After a 5-3 victory in Clemson on Friday, the Tigers clinched the series with a neutral site 5-1 win in Greenville. On Sunday in Columbia, Dylan Eskew got the start for the Gamecocks, But his 7 strikeouts weren't enough to salvage a game in this series, with South Carolina falling 8-2. Paul Maneri's squad returns to the Diamond tomorrow night to face off against Davidson at 6:30.
However, South Carolina's softball team is keeping their undefeated streak alive, sweeping 8th-ranked Duke. The Gamecocks, currently ranked at 19, are projected to climb the rankings after their impressive performance this weekend. The Gamecocks currently lead the NCAA in doubles per game, on-base percentage, and wins. South Carolina faces Oklahoma on the road this weekend. The Sooners are the only other team without a loss this season, so grab your popcorn, folks. It should be a fun one. And it should be a really fun series, George. Both these teams are having such incredible years. I'm super excited to see how it turns out.
Absolutely. They call it softball, but the ball's hard. I've never understood that.
I can't explain it to you, George. South Carolina Beach Volleyball went 2-0 in 2 matchups on Saturday. The Gamecocks faced Austin Peay in their first duel, defeating them 5-0. The University of Alabama Birmingham faced off against South Carolina in the second duel. The Gamecocks defeated them 3-2. South Carolina's win over the Blazers makes it 10 straight games won against UAB. USC's next matchup will be in Florida as they take part in the FGCU inaugural tournament this weekend. After the break, see why 5 Points is going green. If you're feeling lucky, stick with us.
Finally, tonight on Student News at 7, St. Pat's and 5 Points is officially underway. The iconic fountain is now green, marking the start of celebrations for South Carolina's largest one-day festival. The big day is set for March 15th. Starting with a morning 5K at 7:30 a.m., the event will run until 7 p.m. Tickets start at $25 and are available on the event's website. Get ready for a day of music, food, and St. Patty's Day fun. Well, what do you think, Gabrielle? Are you heading out?
I think it sounds so fun. You know, maybe I will make it out there.
I know, they should have made it on spring break. I don't know why they did that.
I walk by the fountain too, and it's also super cool.
Well, you can keep us up to date. You can keep up to date on these stories and more by visiting our website and following us on our Instagram and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Student News at 7.
We'll see you next time. From all of us at SGTV, we hope you have a good night, Gamecocks. Forever to thee.